Hi, my name's Jodie and welcome to a new video. So today I do have an exciting video for you guys, but a not so exciting video for me, because I have been putting off this reorganization for a very long time. My last bookshelf reorganization was like a year ago, maybe longer, and it is well overdue. Now granted, over the last, I would say, 5 months, I have unhauled a lot of books from my book collection. Like, you guys don't understand how much of a big deal that is for me. Like, I've done an unhaul like once or twice before, but I still held on to like a lot of special editions, even if I wasn't sure I was going to read them. And I very much always got FOMO over like special edition books, so always ordered them. And then now I've gotten to the point where like I don't need these books anymore. Like, I don't need to be doing that for every single special edition. Like, I don't need so many editions. And there's just certain books I've had on my shelf for a while that I know I'm just not actually going to read. Like, my reading taste has changed, and I don't want to force myself to read things just because other people are reading it or because it's like really popular and stuff. Like, I just want to read what I want to read, if that makes sense. And not that I was ever reading books just because everyone else was, but it was more like the FOMO of, well, what about if I do love it like everyone else does and I regret not getting this edition or something like that. Like, I have really gone through and gotten rid of so many books. Now, I did think about doing an unhaul video, but the thing is, I have unhauled like, I think over 200 books, probably more, might even be leaning towards 400. And I know that sounds like a lot, but like, you guys don't understand how many books I have in my house. Like, it is an insane amount, and I've been collecting books for years. I was a bookseller for 4 years, so I got sent an awful lot of books. I've obviously done booktube for a long time and been a reader for a long time and have accumulated lots of books. And one thing I would never do is part ways with books, and I only started unhauling like last year. And I have now gotten to the point where I'm just like getting rid of so many things I never thought I would part ways with. I still have lots of books up listed on Vinted now, I think, so I will link my Vinted down below. The special editions, just general hardcovers and all that kind of stuff, so we'll have my Vinted link down below if you guys do want to go and check it out. But I have sold so many of my editions, and I've donated so many books as well recently. Like, I can't even, yeah, it could even be more than 400. Like, it's just a lot. Okay, I'm gonna stop yapping about that. I've gotten rid of a lot of books is what I'm trying to say. Now, has it freed up some space? Yes. But do I have lots of other books I need to put back on the shelves? Also yes. I want to reorganize my shelves. I want a complete refresh. I'm very lucky that I do have my own library in my house. Like, that is what I'm studying. As you guys can see, if you're new here, I have my own library, which is amazing. And I'm very, very grateful that I do have it. But it is a space that I've not really been spending a lot of time in, just because I found it so overwhelming, because there was just stacks everywhere and it was always messy. So I do need to tidy it up. So before we do get into that, I'll show you guys how my shelves are looking now. Now, some things I'm just going to leave as they are and I'm not going to change. And I have done a little bit of reorganization of certain areas. And then other areas I want to completely move around. I might even unhaul some more books, like, as I'm going. 14 bookcases in this room, and then I do have another bookcase in my office, and then there's books various places around the house, so I might move some stuff out of here into my office. But yeah, we have 14 bookcases. So I also do own a lot of Sarah J Maas books. Like, Sarah J Maas is my all-time favourite author, and I do collect special edition books of Sarah J Maas's, especially the ACOTAR series, because it got me through a really difficult time. I love it. It has a special place in my heart. So I have multiple shelves dedicated to Sarah J Maas books. So I think I'm going to move those because I just don't like how those are kind of displayed at the moment. But yeah, that is my very long intro to my bookshelf organisation. Sorry if you don't like long intros, but I did just want to like talk you guys through my mindset on this reorganisation. So yeah, I am going to get started. I've got an energy drink to keep me going. I don't generally drink these, but I know I'm going to need it. So we do have Nalani Breezeberry energy drink. This is my favourite flavour. It's so good. So we're going to have this. I might listen to an audiobook or just some music to hype me up. But I guess let's get started. I just don't know where to start. Okay, so as you guys can see, there are stacks of books on my shelves at the moment. That is because I emptied stuff off of these shelves, because I put my reading chair back here and I moved some things around when I did that. So all of these need like a new home. There's stacks here and stuff as well. But basically, these are like my Sarah J Maas shelves. So as you can see, we have a lot of Sarah J Maas, and then I have like my childhood middle grade books up there. Those are going to stay there. I generally don't touch those, they're just like from my childhood, so I just kind of keep them up there. But this is like all the Sarah J Maas stuff, and then we have some like newly hauled books all the way down there. This is kind of like random. So we have like thriller, mystery, witchy books here. These came off some shelves, so these need a home. All of my manga is now here and behind this chair. Ignore the cat hair on my chair, I need to hoover it. But there's all like manga behind here and here, and graphic novels. So those I think are going to stay there because I feel like they're fine there. But yeah, we have like a lot of random fantasy on here. Some fairy loot editions, more fantasy, some more fairy loot editions. And again here, I kind of want to leave these here because I feel like they look nice on the black shelves, and I don't really want to like put them on the white shelves. I feel like they just look good here, so we might leave like these two. I think I'm gonna move these off here. These are like random mythology books, so they're probably gonna stay. This is like my Stray Kids shelf, so I'm probably gonna move that onto my little shelves with my other like K-pop stuff there. We have like witchy books there again, some fantasy, more fantasy, murder mystery, and then more fantasy and stuff. And then we have like some of my Lumicrate special editions here, and then Babel, Yellowface, Lee Bardugo, and then like sci-fi fantasy, and then these are just my random like non-fiction-y like books. So I think I might move this around because as much as I do like it there, I just don't like it behind my reading chair. Like I just feel like it looks messy, and I don't know, I'm just not vibing with it. We do also need to dust the shelves, so that will be happening. But that is like those shelves. And then over here is more fantasy. So we have like fiction and poetry along the top, and then some childhood books which will go like up on the top bits of the shelf. Some V. Schwab, and then some fantasy and stuff. These I'm gonna keep because I just did these the other day and I do like how these look. So I put some graphic novels on the bottom, my Heartstopper and Sad Ghost ones, and then we have some manhwa here. So I like how these look, so I think they are going to stay that way. We just need to reorganize like all of this. Then we have some fantasy. This is romantasy here, more fantasy, and then there's Cassandra Clare along the bottom, and then we have fairy loot books here, and then we have some other fantasy books. So I don't know if I'm going to keep these or not because I do have the fairy loot editions of the first three, and I just don't know. I haven't read this series yet, so I don't know if I should keep these. I think I might move them into my office until I decide. But this is like fantasy. And then we have like romance here. There's some romance down there, and then this is all random romance paperbacks. So yeah, basically we need to reorganize this entire room because I'm just not vibing with it as it is. But that is kind of like a rundown of my shelves at the moment. So you guys have seen like a little before. I just don't feel like it's cohesive. I don't feel like it looks right. I don't feel like it's a vibe, and I just want to display some of my additions a little bit better. So yeah, we're gonna get into it now, but that is how it's currently looking. Hopefully it looks a lot better by the end of this video and I don't hate it. Okay, so a little update from me. I am going insane. I have only done like the smallest amount, but I just don't know what I want to do. And like, oh, I just don't know. So literally all I've done so far is I swapped over the Year of the Dawn manga that was on this shelf to this one, because I felt like it didn't look right the way you could see the manga. I don't know, like I can't explain my thought process behind it, but essentially I've moved that there. I've now put the thrillers on that shelf. No idea what to put on this one. Then I put some of my ACOTAR special editions here. Now this is where I'm unsure, because in my brain I'm like, I have to keep all the Sarah J Maas books together, I can't split them up, but I know that's not rational. And like the black and gold editions obviously will look better on a black bookcase, so I think I'm gonna put like a Throne of Glass set and a Crescent City set on these shelves here, I think. But I did put, you can't see them because some books are in front, but I put those there. And then I have moved some of the books that were already on this bookcase onto this shelf. So I have like my Stuck and Jack the Ripper series. I've then put some Cassandra Clare on here, which were on my white bookshelves. I just feel like these stand out a lot more on the black shelves. So like all my cloth boundy kind of ones there, and then my Fairy Loot ones here. I've got my Fairy Loot editions of Kingdom of the Wicked here as well, without the dust jackets, because I feel like they also just stand out more here. And then these ones were also on the black bookshelves, but I don't think I'm going to put them on there. These are the dust jackets that were on the Fairy Loot editions that I've put on like my standard hardcovers, which are falling everywhere. Oh no. Basically I think I'm going to put these ones on the white shelves because I feel like they might look a bit better there. I think I'm unhauling these books and then maybe some other books as well. But yeah, this is actually all I've done. It's taken me like an hour, and to make things worse, I did this with no audiobook or no music. Why am I like torturing myself? I do not know. But since I am at such a loss on what to do, I'm gonna have a little break. I'm gonna go and make myself a cup of tea, and then we will get back to it. I have finished my energy drink, but I don't really feel like it's helped. So I'm gonna go make a cup of tea, and then I think I might order takeout because I feel like I deserve it. So yeah, anyway, a small update, but progress is still progress. That is what I'm trying to remind myself. So yeah, let's go make a cup of tea. That is how I feel right now, Lila. That is exactly how I feel as well. Are we taking a break? Are we taking a break? I'm being judged. So my tea break turned into an hour-long break, but I did do some Patreon stuff whilst I was on said break. But I have a really bad headache right now, which isn't good, so I'm cooking some of my favourite noodles and I'm going to have that soon, and then we are going to tackle the rest of this. So I think I'm going to put all of the like sci-fi books on like this shelf here and take these off and see how that looks. And then my like main thing at the moment is to get like the black shelves done for the most part, and then we'll tackle like all the other shelves. So that is the plan, that is the update, and I guess you didn't really need this update, but here we are. guys, it is a lot later and I am so tired. My head hurts so bad, but I kind of want to continue doing this because I don't really want to be doing this tomorrow evening or this weekend, so it kind of does need to be done tonight. But it's currently 10 to 9 in the evening and I've only just finished the black shelves, and I say finished, they're not technically finished, but they're close to it. So I'll show you what I've done. So they are pretty much done. It's just that I have this like gap here and I kind of want to move those elsewhere, and then I want to like swap around these. But besides that, they are pretty much done. So a lot of books that I already had on here have stayed on here and I've added some. So this is kind of what it's looking like. So I've like redone these and moved like some bits around. I've added some books like these ones here, and then like some other ones that are on here. I have a single row of Sarah J Maas books here. I've just chucked on like some random romantasy there, some Illumicrate, Fairy Loot and other special editions, the Cassandra Clare ones and stuff, sci-fi, and yeah, I've kind of just moved things around a bit and it is looking a lot more cohesive and just a lot better. But I need to fill this gap and like sort this top row out essentially, but I think I'll do that once I've done the white shelves. Then this is the mess that I'm currently left with. So as you can see, there is just books everywhere, and it's all very messy. Like I did move all the Cassandra Clare books off here, and some romancy, so there's like gaps on here now. But yeah, essentially I still need to do all these shelves and these shelves, so I don't know exactly what my plan is for that. The toilet roll is there because I'm too lazy to go downstairs to get proper like wipes to dust the bookshelf, so I've literally been using toilet roll. But yeah, everything is just super duper messy in here, so I need to make a start on the white shelves, but honestly I don't really know where to start. So yes, that is the update. I'm gonna go and try to continue fixing my shelves, and I guess I will update you guys a bit later. Hi guys, so I'm here to give you a update. So it is obviously the next day and I did make so much progress last night, so I will show you guys in a moment like how the shelves are looking, what I've done. But I did realise a few things when I finished last night and I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna have to reorganise these shelves again a little bit. And then I have all of these shelves to do here and then the little paperback one behind you. So we still do have much organising to do and I need to get this done today. So that is the plan. But I thought first we'd talk through some of the books I'm going to unhaul. Now these aren't all of the books that I've unhauled. I did actually pull even more off yesterday, but I've already put them in like my office and stuff and I am too lazy to go and get them. So I'll just go through the ones that are still in my library. But yeah, there is a lot of books over my Vinted for sale, so if anyone is interested, you can head to my Vinted. It will be linked down below. I also do have a really bad cough at the moment, so that's why my voice sounds a little bit weird. But first I'm going to quickly swap out my memory card because this is about to run out of space. Okay, I literally don't have long left on this memory card either, so I'm going to go through these super fast. So firstly, we're getting rid of my entire Elsie Silver collection. Now, I know Elsie Silver is a very popular author for a lot of people. I have read Flawless and I can't remember what I gave this. I think I gave it a 4. I read it in like a day and it was really fun. I don't know why I'm so overexposed. I'm looking in the viewfinder and I'm very, like, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Anyway, I have read this and I did really enjoy it. But I don't know, something about this series, I just don't want to read it anymore. Like, I just don't have any interest. I'm really not into the cowboy country vibes. And I bought these ones when I was hyped for these ones. And I just don't think I'm going to read these either. So these are all the indie, like, paperback editions. So they're all, like, the US ones. So we have Reckless, we have Heartless, we have Powerless as well, which looks like this. And then we have, oh no, I think I might have called one the wrong title. They all sound the same. This one is Reckless. And then we have the After the Races ones as well. So they're all like the indie paperbacks. So I will be listing those on my Vinted if anyone's interested. So next we have Forest of Souls by Laurie M. Lee. I'm unhauling this one because I got it in the Fairy Loot box years ago. Like, you can tell it was long ago because there's like no sprayed edges or anything. Like, this was back when this was like your special edition. So yeah, you can tell this is like old. But it's just been on my shelf for years and I still haven't read it. So I'm getting to the point now where it's like, if it's on my shelf for like that long and I still haven't read it, I'm probably not going to. So for that reason, I am unhauling this one. Then next we have this Crescent City German edition of the second book in the series. I ordered this and then Book Depository messed up everyone's orders and sent them the one without the sprayed edge. But then I forgot to like contact them to get the one with the sprayed edge. I don't remember how I ended up getting the one with the sprayed edge, but I do, and I just don't need like this plain like edition. So I'll be listing this on my Vinted for anyone who just maybe wants this edition, or if anyone here speaks German and could read it. But it does have like this moon on it and it has like these end papers and stuff. But I will list this on my Vinted, but I just don't need it because I already have it with the sprayed edges now. So we're just gonna get rid of it. Next is some random ones. So we have Lolita. I've had this since I was like, I want to say 16. I think I got this for Christmas when I was like 16, 17. And I've just never read it and I have no interest in reading it. And then we have a bunch of poetry books. So I've read, I think, all of these and I'm just not going to read them again. I really enjoyed Amanda Lovelace's poetry a couple of years ago. It is very like Insta kind of poetry, if you know what I mean. But I've kept like a couple that I haven't read and really want to read. But all of these I'm just know I'm not going to read again. So we have Break Your Glass Slippers, we have Shine Your Icy Crown, we have These Are the Words. This one's by Nikita Gill and this one is signed, so if you want a signed copy you can get that on my Vinted. And then we have this Amanda Lovelace box set, which is the Women Are Some Kind of Magic box set. So this one has The Mermaid's Voice Returns in this one, The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, The Princess Saves Herself in this one. So these ones are like very much feminist kind of vibes. So yeah, I have just read these, I'm not going to read them again, so getting rid of these. And then we have this stack here. So we have the, I think this was from an Illumi Crate box, and this is The Devil Makes 3 by Tori Bavellino. I just haven't read this one, and again, it's been on my shelf for a while. Probably not going to get around to reading it, so gonna unhaul this one. Then we have 2 translated novels. I am getting rid of these because I have so much translated fiction I want to get through. I really do enjoy translated fiction, but I just don't tend to read it that often. I have to be in a specific mood. And I was going through my shelves yesterday and I have so much, and I wanted to keep them all on one shelf and I needed to get rid of a couple of books. So unfortunately these 2 are the ones I'm getting rid of, just because they're like the ones I least want to read out of all of them. That's not to say they aren't good, but my reasoning is that when I do want to read these I can just borrow them from the library. So that is why I'm just going to unhaul them, because someone who wants to read them more than I do can have them. So we have Heaven, and then we also have All the Lovers in the Night as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of both of these. I think I have read a book by this author, but I can't remember if I have or not. But yeah, I'm just gonna unhaul both of those. Next we have another really old fairy book. This one is Fire and Heist by Sarah Beth Durst. Just never got around to reading this one. It has been on my shelf for a long time. You can tell by the no sprayed edge. This one is a random one that I got, and I'm just not going to read it. I don't have any interest anymore, which is Seasons of the Storm by Ellie Cosimano. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This one I think is Enemies to Lovers. I know there's fantasy romance in it, but I just don't really have too much of an interest in reading that one anymore. Then we have this romance, which is The Two of Us by Taylor Torres. I just don't want to read it anymore. Like, I just don't. The Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan. I'm kind of going off sports romance, and I realised yesterday that I have a lot, so I need to get rid of some. So I'm going to get rid of this one because, again, I can just borrow it from the library or something if I do decide I want to read it. And it's a basketball romance, and honestly, basketball romance just is not my thing. I just know it isn't, so I don't really want to read this one like super soon, and there are a lot of the ones I'd rather read. So I'm going to get rid of this one because I'm not interested in basketball romance anymore. Like, I'm just not. So yeah, gonna get rid of that. And then we have Shielded by Callan Flanders. This is another old fairy one that I just don't think I'm gonna get around to reading yet. I am gonna purge my shelves a little bit more because I have a lot of romance books that I think I'm gonna get rid of, some other like general books. So that is the plan, is to try and get rid of some of those. My romance books are mostly in paperback, so what I've kind of decided to do is put all of my paperbacks for the most part on the 3 shelves I have on this side. So I have a lot of fantasy romance. That is, why am I so overexposed? Don't know why my camera keeps overexposing me so much. Like, what is going on with the light? Like, why am I like glowing? Unless it's just this viewfinder, but I don't think it is. I'm looking in viewfinder and it is crazy. Even if I'm glowing and I'm overexposed, basically, I'm going to put my fantasy romance on the shelf, but I'm also going to unhaul some books from there as I'm doing it. So that is the plan. I also realised, stupidly, so I put all my Fourth Wing books on here. Where is it? I can't get my... there. So there, on this shelf. And, like, as you guys can see, well, I don't know if you can see, I have a lot. I don't care for Fourth Wing as much anymore. Like, I really enjoyed it. But I softy enough the second book, Iron Flame, like, 130 pages in, and I still haven't gone back to it. I will eventually, but it kind of bummed me out a bit that I wasn't really vibing with that. So my hype for it has died down a bit, but I just have somehow accumulated like so many editions. Like, I have like the Fairy League ones, I have the Waterstones ones, Bluey Boo ones, because I love her art, which is these two. And then there's a black edition which I bought at Yalk. I have that weird red edition. I have the Airport paperback edition, a general hardback somewhere that I annotated, and then the US one, and I have these other, I think they're Lilac Edges or something. There's another one there that was a special edition, and then I have these two. I can't remember where they're from. But basically, I reorganised the shelves, and I put like a couple of the copies elsewhere. Oh, I also have the German edition of both books as well, because they have cool edges. So they're like on the very top. But I realised yesterday, when I finally done all these shelves, I was sorting some stuff on the other ones, and I started putting all my hold books on there. And I found these, and I have no room for them on the shelf, so I don't know what I'm going to do, because they don't fit. And I kind of do want to keep both of these, like, face out, because I love the art, but then these don't fit. So I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do with these, but I do have another 2 Fourth Wing books that need to fit on there somehow. So yes, that is the plan. I need to get a move on with getting these shelves finished. My library room is a mess. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this while my camera is on this tripod right now, but this is like all of the dumped books. So there's also going to be a lot of fancy hardcovers on here because I ran out of space on my other shelves. So you can see some like there, there's a stack there, and then it's kind of like mostly romance, and then there's also like Twilight and stuff. This is my floor. Like, look how messy it is. It is ridiculous. So basically we do need to sort these 3 shelves out. I have kept my Sarah J Maas paperbacks up there. They're going to stay on this shelf. This shelf is pretty much done. I just need to figure out what I'm doing with the top row. Maybe some of the Fourth Wing books will end up on here. I'm just not too sure. But that's kind of done. And then this is what these shelves are looking like. So I ended up moving all my Sarah J Maas hardbacks on here, except for the ones that are on the black shelves. So, like, we've kind of got, like, throne of glass. I don't know if this tripod is going to let me show you this properly, but we've got like throne of glass up there, some ACOTAR here, some more ACOTAR, more throne of glass. This is really awkward to show, so I'm sorry for the bad angle. I will do a better job at this later, but there's like Crescent City, throne of glass, and then Crescent City down there. And then there's the fourth wing shelf. There's some, like, there's the fourth wing German edition to German editions of Christopher Broadbent's books and some random fantasy. We have Holly Black and other fantasy, fourth wing. Some more fantasy here. We have a Stephanie Garber shelf, more fantasy, more romantasy at the bottom. And then this is my Fairy Loot corner, or my Fairy Loot shrine. So some of these on the top aren't Fairy Loot editions, but like One Dark Window and stuff is. And then we have some random hardcovers there. And then all of this is Fairy Loot. And then all of these are Fairy Loot. So yeah, this is like my Fairy Loot sprayed edge corner. Like, look how stunning this looks. I love displaying books with the edges out, and Fairy Loot obviously do the best edges. I'm definitely not biased, and yeah, I just really liked how this looks. It's really dark at the moment in this corner, so the lighting is doing me no favours. But yeah, it looks really pretty. So that is what I've kind of done with these shelves. I'm sorry if this is shaky. This tripod is so awkward because it's so long. But this is kind of like what these are looking like, and the black ones. This is just the last bit to tackle, which I am not looking forward to. But yeah, we will get it done, and it will hopefully look good. I think I am going to do a rainbow shelf with my paperbacks, which I know a lot of people hate that. But I kind of want to do it. Like, I haven't colour coordinated my books in so long, and I feel like it will look really pretty on these ones. And because I have like so many paperbacks, I want it to look fun. So I think we're going to try and rainbow it, or maybe just like some colours, like the pink ones together, the blue ones, and like that sort of thing. Because I have like that cute skull pink like candelabra thing on that shelf. So I feel like if I did like a pink shelf with that, it would look really cute. So yeah, we're going to try and do that anyway. But that is the plan. I hope you guys enjoy this update. I'm going to go, and I will probably update you guys maybe when I'm done. We shall see. But yeah, bye for now. Okay, so as you guys will have just seen, my bookshelf reorganisation is complete and I feel like it turned out really well. I really like it. I think everything looks nicely displayed. I still don't have as much room as I thought I would have had, considering I've unhauled a lot of books, but I think because I've got more things like face out and stuff, like that's why. But yeah, I really like how they turned out. I feel like they look really nice and everything's nicely displayed. I actually really like the rainbow shelves I did with these paperbacks. I feel like they turned out really nice. I know rainbow shelves aren't for everyone, but I feel like these look cool. And what I tried to do is match them to the 4 hardbacks I've got out. So I've got like, I had to do like a bluey colour for this one because I didn't have any books that matched it, and then I did pink to match Love on the Brain, purple to match Love Theoretically, and then green to match Check and Mate. And I feel like it just looks really cute and I just like it. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this bookshelf organisation video. I finished doing it last night, but I didn't like film all of it because my camera ran out of battery, and then my other camera ran out of battery as well. So some bits I did do off camera, but all in all, I'm so happy that I finally did this. It was so long overdue and I just really like how it looks. I like this room again now and I just can't stop looking at my bookshelves. So yeah, let me know down below how often you guys reorganise your shelves. Let me know how you like to display your books. Do you do rainbow shelves? Do you have them all face out? Do you display your sprayed edges? Let me know. I would love to know how you organise your books. And if you did enjoy this video and make it to this section, leave a heart emoji in the comments and I will link all of my social media in the description box along with the link to my Patreon. That's where you'll find early access to videos such as this one. You will also find access to exclusive videos such as our bi-monthly book club vlogs and other extra videos. There's also like hauls and unboxings on there, photos, a Discord, a monthly readathon, our bi-monthly book club, and lots of other things. So if you are interested in any extra content from me, you can head to my Patreon. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you're all safe and well. I hope you're reading lots of good books and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!